Okay, and here we go. Hello, how are you? I'm Renee Varnador, and this is Soul Portal Journeys. And I'm so happy to be here with 4 friends today from all over. We've got Diane and Kimberly who live in San Diego. We've got Melissa, my stepdaughter, who lives in Arizona. We've got Bunny, who lives in Canada. And I think this is Christina. I think she lives in Baja with me, but I'm not sure because I know a couple of Christinas. So I'm waiting to see which Christina is going to show up. But welcome, whoever you are, wherever you're landed on the earth.
It's me, but I'm finishing my breakfast. So
okay. All right, you can turn your camera off. I just want to know who you were. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna sing in the angels like we always do because we need help. I mean, stuff's going on in this world, people. We need some help here. So let's call them in. And here we go. Everybody should be able to see this. This is what we're doing today. We're going to get messages from the Archangels. So it's like, okay, angels, I don't know what to do. I'm just going to call. And you got to ask. So if you haven't been receiving, it's because you're not asking. So I want to make sure everybody downloaded my free gift from the email that I sent out this morning a couple days ago. I did. Inspired Angel Card Readings is the name of that gift. And I'll talk about it again. Remind you. Okay, so I need to pull this down a little bit. Okay. So here's the lyrics. Most of you guys know it, but if we have any new people listening to the replay, then it's up there mostly for them. So figure out where East is for you. East is over here for me. And these are the Archangels that we're calling in.
East.
Spirits of the East, air and inspiration. Archangel Uriel, please come. Spirits of the South, fiery creative spirit.
Archangel Michael,
please come. Spirits of the West, healing spirits. Archangel Gabriel,
please come.
Spirits of
Earth and clearing spirit. Archangel Uriel, please come.
Mother Earth, potential. Spirits of the sky. Spirits of within. Okay. Now we're going to clear our chakras vocally, starting with the root chakra down here. And it's lam, dam, ram, yam, hum, om, and om. I'm over here playing the harmonium. Lam, lam, Okay, so notice how you feel. If you feel any tingling in your hands or anywhere, you know that's probably the energy moving and clearing and releasing anything that's not serving us right now so that we can focus and basically ask the angels to help us and help each other figure out what we need to know. So I'm going to pull a quick card here and see where we are on the soul portal map. I know we've got the new moon coming up, so that's tomorrow. So we're kind of at the dark of the moon. So if things kind of seem like, what the heck? Right now it's because we're in the dark of the moon. So let's see. The question we ask ourselves at the dark of the moon is, what is being conceived? So that's kind of interesting. And so here we've got, time is slow today. Okay, so humans exist on this planet in 3 dimensions of place and of time, but the angels live in the present moment. So if we want to visit them, we go to the present moment. Okay, we take the feelings and thoughts we're having in the past and in the future, fears and worries of the future, thoughts and regrets and old patterns in the past. And we're just we can shake those out and open to the present moment. So we're opening to what is here now. What baby step, what thing can I do to lead forward into a future that works for all of us? And so this time, the Greeks had 4 different words for time. The past, present, future, linear time is called Chronos time. And I think this card has to do with Kairos time, which is like a spiritual, like on the cosmic level. We're dealing with time on the cosmic level. So I think that at this point, we are in the potentiality stage, which is right here. The potentiality stage in the cycle, which goes right along with the moon phase we're in, because a new moon starts a new cycle and we're not sure what's going to happen. And so the question, what is being conceived, is a very helpful one at this point. So that's what's kind of going on here. I also look at the Palladian Earth Energy Astrology. This is a book by P.L. Orleans and her husband, Colin Bard Smith, and they created a calendar. There are 20 Earth energies, and these are energies that we came to Earth to explore, and like the energy that was happening the day we were born, we kind of have a special affinity towards. So it's kind of interesting to know that. It kind of gives us a clue into our purpose. Here is the Earth energy of today. It is seeing energy. So we can start to see things that are happening. Maybe we didn't want to see what we're seeing, but if we are willing to see, maybe there's darkness rising. And if we are willing to see it and cast our rainbows of light down on it, then we can deal with it in the light. So this is seeing energy, and that is Western faith energy. So we want to step out of rash decisions and actions, like just reacting, or taking our actions out of reaction, and step into ideas, new ideas, and work with attention to details. So our next indicated step might be very small baby step, because we're folks seeing attention to details. So we're in this process, hopefully by the end of the day, of seeing our next step. And there's Marilyn. She's another Baja person. I think Baja California, Mexico now has more people than anybody else right now on this call anyway. So here we are. We've got people. Universal energies. Today's universal energy is in number 8, and it is connecting energy. So what are you connecting? That is the question related to universal energies. And universal energies, everybody also had a dominant universal energy on the day they were born. And the universal energies run in a 13-day cycle. And so whatever energy you're bringing, whatever energy is on your day, is what you are bringing to humanity, what you are bringing to the entities, on the other living entities on the earth. So that's kind of like, this is like giving. This is where we're giving. And this is kind of, I don't know, I'm kind of wondering, is this receiving? Because I've been working on the giving and receiving loops. And just we're constantly in a giving and receiving loop. So what we want to do is we want to get to a point where we understand and can work with as many of these energies as possible at the higher vibrational frequency, because when we do, then we're not so reactive and like, oh my God, like I'm like, getting news that I, knew was coming but didn't want to see, can make my heart pound really fast. But when that happens, I don't take action on it. I just use it as a way to open the door to see more of what I came in with, more clarity now that certain things are unfolding in my life or on the world stage or in the cosmos. Okay, so what is this telling me about the times we're living in? What is this telling me about what baby step I can take next? So we're looking at connecting, and this is like, we're connected. The whole world is connected. And look, in the middle of the ocean, there's dots of connection. So it's like we're living at a time right now of accelerated communication and abundance of information coming in if we know how to use it. If we know, oh, okay, so today is connecting energy. So one of our dear friends in Baja Rose, she works with connecting energy all the time. She calls it figure eights. And so she'll have us move in the yoga classes she teaches in these figure eight patterns. And a lot of times that's really helpful, especially if I get upset. I want to move in figure eight patterns because this is like the symbol of eight, and it's connecting, and it's like connects my head that's breaking out to my heart that has more wisdom and has more, isn't stuck in time the way my brain is. So it's like, okay, so connecting, we can move through and connect within figure eight patterns. Okay, so that's our energy. Okay, so we also have an evolutionary guidance energy. If you look at the calendar there, it gets divided every 13 days. We have a new evolutionary guidance energy, and that evolutionary guidance energy relates to whatever the earth energy happened to be when the 13-day cycle completed. And this last time it was loving energy. So how is this loving energy opening up and helping us expand, helping us connect? Loving evolutionary guidance energy, a positive, productive period that can be used for the collective good. This energy brings the awareness that cooperation is better than competition. So knowing who your true allies are and who your true allies are not is really helpful in building a sense of cooperation. And so recognizing, okay, am I being competitive here? Am I trying to be like the best, like angel card reader in the friggin' planet? Or am I just trying to help my own little group that's coming and help everybody learn how to read angel cards, which is why I sent out the free gift of how to read angel cards so that everybody can do what I do if they want to practice. It's just a question of practice. This is what I've practiced. This is what I can do. This is what I can offer. This is what I can teach. So today we're looking at Palladian Earth Energy Astrology, June 27th. today. So that's what I was talking about, seeing energy, connecting energy, and loving energy. And so you can see how all three of these connect. We can put seeing energy over here. So we're going to take just 30 seconds to a minute of quiet right now as we try to tap into, with our left hand, seeing energy, and right hand, connecting energy, feeling those energies coming into our hands, and then lovingly bringing that to our loving heart, bringing those two energies in together, connecting it all up in a loving heart, and daring to see the mix of these three energies.
Excuse me.
Okay, so if you're still kind of processing that, you can continue doing that. I was seeing an image that I don't really understand yet. So when that happens, I work with the image some more. If it comes back, then I keep working with images that return to me until I understand them. And that's kind of my way that the angels are guiding me to understand the information that's coming in to me from the angelic frequency. So here is some things that are helpful. There's more things on the actual free gift that you guys have in your email right now. But this is going to help us right now with what we're doing right now today.
I don't have it. Should I get on another computer and pull it up, the free gift?
No. Don't worry about it, because we're going to focus on this. And then after the class, you can go get the free gift. And then you can go, oh yeah, okay. And you're kind of, it'll be like a way of recapping and refiguring out what the heck was going on with this. Mm-hmm. So this is a process. It's not like you're going to be like magically, brilliant, the first time you do it. Okay, this is a process, and you get better and better at it. I mean, at least that's what's happening for me, because I keep practicing. So number one, we want to think of the person who was the person that showed up on the call first, and I don't even know who that is, because I have more people on this call than I can see right now, because I can only see 5 people on the side. But I'm gonna, whoever I call on for the first reading, while you're shuffling your cards, okay, any angel cards, any cards that you consider messages from the angels, okay, you're shuffling those cards. You're going to choose their card, okay? Now I'm going to be giving them a message first, okay? So you have time to look at the card, take a look at the card you picked for them, and asking yourself, what is the first thing you see? Because the angels are much quicker than our little brain. And they're going to flash something in at us, like the minute we pull the minute we turn the card over, boom, we get something, and for some people it's a color, for some people it's an image, for some people it's a word or a phrase, or a feeling. Maybe they get goosebumps, or maybe their stomach just kind of goes whoop, or their heart just kind of goes wah. So whatever you notice, okay, pay attention to whatever it is that you notice on the card. Maybe you notice the color of the card. Maybe you notice the angelic figure. Maybe you notice what they're holding. Maybe you notice the rainbow that's around them. So there's different things that you could notice on the card. And that's the first thing you speak to, because that's the pop that the angels gave you. So you're going to connect to the archangel energy. Okay, now the name of the archangel is on this card, and so you could look at their name, and then you could say, okay, and then you could kind of feel, okay, are they on my left shoulder? Are they on my right shoulder? Are they behind me? Are they, standing in front of me, trying to show themselves to me? You know, are they above my head? So you want to kind of place them where they are around you, because they're trying to give you a message. So then you connect, you think of the person, and you kind of sense the energy. Maybe you're not going to see anything, but maybe you see more if you're like not looking at them as opposed to looking at the person that you're reading for. But you're thinking of them, you're thinking of their energy, you're connecting to that energy, and you're thinking, okay, this message that this archangel is giving me is for that person. So you're basically do this, ask for a message for that specific person. So Diane was the first person to show up today. So when I pull a card for her, I'm going to ask for a message specific to Diane. Okay, and I already shuffled the cards thinking of her. Okay, I already got the archangel on the card popping in to say hi. So when it is your turn to speak, you're going to just start talking about the first thing that you saw in the card, okay? And then you're just going to let the energy flow. And if you can't say anything more than what you saw, the first thing on the card, or just describe the card, that's okay. You know, but this is a process of building with practice. Okay, does anybody have any questions before we get started?
I better come back next week because I don't have angel cards. I just printed up on my other computer your angel card readings, but I don't have angel cards to work with. So I better come back next week.
You're good. Okay. If you want, what I'm recommending, Kimberly, is that, yeah, you come back next week, but what I want you to do is stay so that you can receive messages too.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay,
So here anyway.
We want to practice on you. I mean, you showed up, so thank you.
Yeah, I got all those cards, but I went over the cards with you last time, and none of them are angel cards except for that angel Ouija board I have.
Yeah. Okay. So a card deck, if you're brand new and you don't really use angel cards ever before, I recommend Kyle Gray's The Angel Guide Oracle. The Angel Guide Oracle by Kyle Gray, Gray. He's been working with angels since he was 15 years old. He lives in Scotland, and now he's famous Hay House author. Tons of books, tons of card decks. But his card deck's really, really good for people beginning to work with angel cards. So we're going to practice on Kimberly today, so I'm glad she's here. And I'm going to shuffle these cards again. Now I'm told not to shuffle them. These are the cards. Okay, so I'll just listen. I just follow directions. You know. Here we go. So this card right here is, I'm going to stop sharing this right now. And I'm going to change the view. So we've got, okay, this is who we've got. Oh, we just covered this person. Denny, oh my gosh, hi. Denny, if you were reading angel cards right now, we're just getting started. If you could write in the chat where I know how you found out about me, that would be really helpful, because I want to kind of get an idea of everybody who's coming around. More people are up from all over the world. And I'm going to change this. Okay, and here we've got the card for, as I was shuffling the cards, everybody can be shuffling the cards now, thinking about Diane. We can't even see Diane, but say hi, Diane.
Hi there.
Okay, so we've got Diane's energy now, and you can, that's how you connect to. She said hi there. So that's the energy you connect to as you're shuffling the cards, you're thinking about Diane. Okay, all right, so then you've got your card and you look at your card. She is. I'm going to pin myself. Come on. Pin. There we go. All right. All right, so we've got clear cognizance, and clear cognizance is clear. That's the French word for clear knowing. Okay, so it's just, you don't know how you know, you just know. It's just like this wisdom that just came with you, and it's telling you how the cow ate the cabbage, and so you just know, and you don't you can't prove it to anybody else, but you act on what you know. So there's claircognizance. So this is Archangel Uriel. And what I'm seeing in this card is kind of very similar to the backside of these cards. But what I'm seeing with Archangel Uriel is the solar plexus chakra. Okay, solar plexus chakra. And that is the chakra that has to do with will and choice, aligning our, and we can align our will with love, the love of power, or we can align our will with the power of love. Okay, which is actually more lasting because you can actually take the fruits of that with you when you leave the planet, as opposed to the love of power. Everything else stays on earth and rots. So the choice is, that's the choice is yours. So connecting the solar plexus power, everybody having their own authentic power, tapping into the power of love. And if we report on the power of love, then we can always ask the angels. So the recommended angel for Diane today is Archangel Uriel, knowing, Diane, that you know that you have the power. And nobody can take your power away from you. Okay? So there is just knowing that you know, and connecting that knowing that you are responsible for your own choices, you are responsible for your own actions, and you are able to connect to the power of love and be able to be a being of light on this planet. So that's what I have for Diane, and she's going to comment on what I said and what everybody else said as a message for her today. So who has a message for Diane? And I will pin you if you've got a card and a message and an archangel for Diane. Who has somebody unmute? Let me know that you've got that. Okay, so now I'm going to do gallery view. Okay. Marilyn, you've got a card for Diane?
I have a card. I have an angel behind me with a hand on each shoulder.
Okay, good.
And I'm using the Soul's Journey card. So this one is empathy. And the message for Diane is to be open to see both sides of a situation.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you. Wow.
Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you. That's awesome. Okay, so okay, now let's see. Jenny, you're unmuted. Did you have angel cards, and did you want to learn to give messages, or are you just here to receive a message today?
Just a message.
Okay, no problem. We will give you a message today. No problem. So we're gonna so Kimberly is gonna wait and give a message. So Bonnie's ready to give a message to Diane. Go, Bonnie.
Sure. I have a Doreen Virtue card deck, and it isn't just archangels, it's angels. And the one I pulled for Diane, it's Vanessa. And the message, the short message is, make your decision. Ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose? Which way takes me away from it? That's the message. The question.
Nice.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you, Bonnie. I like that. Okay, so Christina, or do you have angel cards? She says no, she's not going to practice today. Okay, Melissa, do you have angel cards? Are you practicing today, or are you going to receive some messages?
No, just received. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Diane, give us feedback. It was me, Marilyn, and Bonnie that gave you a message. What do you have to tell us?
Well, they were very appropriate. I have been through a number of things recently that making a choice, there's been, what do I even want to call it? Two people in my family that just had World War III, and I don't want to get on either side. I'm trying to be the middleman healer-ish type individual.
Yeah.
And that was very fitting. And then when you also said, Renee, about the choices and everything, that was so fitting, obviously. So to really think things through before I make any movements, big movements of any choice, so all those were quite perfect and helpful. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you, Diane.
Mhm.
So, okay, the angels are here. You asked, you got him. Yay.
I love it.
Let's see. Okay, who showed up next? I can't even remember. Kimberly. We're all gonna give a message to Kimberly over here. Kimberly's in San Diego, and I've got a card. So as you're shuffling your cards, you may want to shuffle your cards again, or just ask, okay, is my next card the card that belongs to Kimberly? So those are your two options. But you're thinking about Kimberly, and you're pulling this card, and this is the card that I got for you. So I'm gonna make myself bigger again. So change. There we go. Okay, so relationship harmony. This is Archangel Raguel. And Archangel Raguel is one of the archangels of the heart, one of the archangels of justice. Usually Archangel Raguel has scales of justice and balance because when things are balanced, there is justice. When things are unbalanced, then it's really, really difficult. But in personal relationships, calling in Archangel Raguel, if you're having a situation with friends or family members or people that you at work or whatever, and you like really need to get along with this person, then you can ask Archangel Raguel to come in and help you. Okay, so this is we talked a lot the last time we had class. We talked a lot about Archangel Raguel. He was our archangel of the day. And one of the things that we talked about was that sometimes if I'm like, oh, I don't want to call that person, this person was like above me in an organization I wanted to be part of, and I didn't want to, it was just like, I felt like I was acting like an idiot in front of them. And I felt really uncomfortable. And I prayed to Archangel Raguel. And it was just like the minute I prayed and I finished the prayer and the prayer was finished and I knew the prayer was finished, I got a phone call from this person and everything was fine. Everything just completely worked out. I stopped acting like crazy tech phobe and was able to just kind of maintain, and everything went really, really smoothly. So
Wonderful.
So now I'm, more, really, really blessed to be of more service to that group. So here is relationship harmony. So whoever there's an uncomfortableness with, if there's a feeling of uncomfortableness, that is something that you can change. Okay, you can reach out to Archangel Raguel and not tell Archangel Raguel what they need to do for this other person so you can deal with them, but rather, okay, what can I change in myself to help move this forward? What am I taking responsibility for? I'm not a victim. I'm not going to sabotage this relationship. Show me, Archangel Raguel, how I can make a choice for myself to stand in my own power and my own love and deal with this person in this relationship. So that's the card relationship harmony. So let's just go with Marilyn and then Bonnie again, and then we'll hear comments from Kimberly about what she related to in messages that we were giving. So Marilyn, do you have a card for Kimberly? Okay, you're muted, so go ahead and unmute, Marilyn. There you go.
I do, and I smiled when I turned it over because Kimberly was talking about should she stay, should she go? So the angel is behind me with a hand on each shoulder, and it's the soul's journey card. And Kimberly, it says acceptance.
Beautiful. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Just accept, Kimberly, that you're supposed to be here right now receiving.
Okay, thank you.
Beautiful.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Okay, so Bonnie, you have a card for Kimberly.
The name of the angel is Sonia. And the message is, I don't know if it, well, I'll just read you what the message is. I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. And that moved me to tears when I pulled it. I hope it has some value for you.
Could you reread that, Bonnie? I'm just jotting it down.
So Bonnie read it. So Bonnie, could you recap what you said, what you read in your own words for Kimberly?
I bring you a message from your deceased loved one. I am happy, at peace, and I love you very much. Please don't worry about me. Do you want me to type it in the chat?
No, I got it pretty much.
Okay.
So that's an awesome message. That so if there may be a loved one that you've been concerned about, and know that they're okay where they are. I mean, I just went to a funeral with my mom, and we planted her ashes in the ground, and that was like the only moment that I was like, oh my gosh. And then I remembered this, I was in class working, and this vision, and she was talking, and I was holding the ashes in my lap when we were having this vision. I was in this vision, and my mom said to me, you know that that's not me, right? I said, oh, I remember. Okay, I'm not going to cry and lose it in the middle of all my relatives now. Thank you for the reminder.
I've got one for Kimberly.
Okay, thank you, Christine.
Oh, good. Okay, go, Christina.
Okay, it doesn't have, oh, can you see it? It doesn't have the name of the angel, but it says there's nothing to worry about. You are safe, and this situation is under perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you.
Okay, again, I'm jotting it down. I've got, there's nothing to worry about. You are safe and in control.
You are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. I can message this to you also if you want.
Okay, that'd be easier. It's a lot. It's a long.
This is a lot. This is a lot to write.
Thank
so
you,
I'm
Christina. I appreciate it.
Okay.
Christina's going to type that in the, are you going to type that in the chat, or are you going to?
Okay, yeah, I'll type it in the chat.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so feedback on the messages you got, Kimberly.
Well, the only issues that I'm kind of having lately, one good thing in my life, or it's a majorly good thing, is whenever I pray about something, about what I've been doing lately, is I've been praying that the next day will be good, and the next day will be really good. All these wonderful things happen. I'll get a great parking space. I mean, all these little things, but everything is good. People are wonderful. I mean, all the outcomes are good. So I noticed that praying to God lately has really been working for me, which is obviously good. The only issues I really have is I still have a long-standing issue with my older sister, who's a bit of a problem.
Okay,
And-
okay, but how
Yeah.
did the messages help you? I mean, we don't need to hear a big
Yeah,
lot
right,
of
okay.
your issues and your emotional turmoil, but
Yeah.
how did the messages help you in relating to this issue?
I'm not sure because the issues I have, I don't really, for deceased people, nobody just recently been deceased. I have a lot of people who passed recently away that I know, but, and I pray to them, I talk to them. So I don't know if any of these, I mean, they're wonderful. I really appreciate them, but I don't know if they really apply. The relationship, I'm not going to go into my stuff then if you don't want me to, but
Right, good,
I don't see that any of these really apply, but they're all good.
okay.
They're all wonderful.
Okay, good. Okay, so even though the card that was being read to you talked about your deceased loved one, and they're talking about one person, that message applies to all deceased loved ones. So all three of the people you're thinking about,
Okay.
it applies to them, okay?
Okay.
That's just one of the messages that I hear over and over and over and over again from deceased loved ones. So that's
Okay.
one thing. And then you just, let us know in the Facebook group as things unfold, if it gets easier to deal with people in your life based on the information that the angels gave you
All
here.
right.
Okay?
Thank you, Renee. And thank you, Marilyn and Bonnie and Christine.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Welcome.
that.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so next we have Melissa. Melissa's my stepdaughter. She lives in Arizona, and the card that I've got for her makes total sense to me the minute I saw it. Thinking of her, it's teaching and learning. So let me talk about this card. This is Archangel Zadkiel. And I've actually pulled this card for Melissa before. And Archangel Zadkiel is just this incredible, incredible angel. One of the things that he teaches us is that life and death are not opposites, but there's a continuum. And it's like we get stuck in this duality that people are either dead or alive. But we're either in a body or we're not, but we're still alive. So there's this whole teaching and learning new ideas, being able to, because you continue to learn, you are able to continue to teach. You're not teaching frozen old knowledge from back in the day. Because you're continuing to learn and grow, you are able to open up and expand to more and more and more knowledge and learning, which you are then able to turn around and teach. And a lot of times teach what you most want to know. And so this is Archangel Zadkiel opening the book of life. And just things appearing, and it's like, oh, wow, okay, so now I'm in a new chapter. What is this chapter about? And so asking Archangel Zadkiel, okay, what's my new chapter about? What is my baby step? Okay, what is my next baby step that I can do? Once I clear away my reactivity, once I clear away all of this stuff, I don't want to teach, what somebody else taught me in the way that they taught me. And yet I want to pass on this life force energy, this message, this aliveness that we're all living inside of. So this is Archangel Zadkiel, teaching and learning. And you can see this big flame here, this big light, this like seeing the light and showing other people the light. So the more that you learn, discovering that you're seeing the light, the more that you can teach other people how to find their own light. Most of us have to relax first and get the stuck emotions out of our body first before we can even settle down to see what's inside of us. And thank goodness Melissa is a yoga teacher and she can do that for all of us. So Melissa's a blessing on this planet. So who else has a message for Melissa?
Renee, could I see the back of that card? I want to get that deck. Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is kind of hard because she no longer offers this deck. She took it off the market.
Oh, shoot. Okay.
So, the last I saw it for sale for $130 on Amazon.
Oh, no, never mind.
Yeah.
Never mind on that. Oh,
So, Marilyn, do you have a card for Melissa?
I do. Hello, Melissa. This card seems to build on what Renee just told you because it's imagination. And it encourages you to embrace and nourish your creativity.
Beautiful. Awesome. Thank you, Marilyn. Okay, Bonnie. Do you have a card for Melissa?
I do. The name of the angel is Desiree. And the message is, no conditions are not favorable right now. Wait or look into other options and ask the angels to help, guide, and comfort you.
Beautiful. Awesome. And does anybody else have a message for Melissa? Christina?
I do, if Christina doesn't.
Okay. Who said?
That's Diane.
Okay, Diane, go.
Okay, I pulled my Archangel Michael card, and the first message I got was awareness and awakening. They're telling me that new doors are opening for Melissa, that stay open, stay available is basically, yet on the card, it says you and your loved ones are safe. And they're showing me that there's this beautiful protection energy that is circled around the family and around her. And they're saying that she's being guided. She's being guided to even call that in more and more. So that's basically what I got.
Beautiful, Diane. Thank you so much for that. I could really feel that. It was
yes.
Cool. Christina, do you have a card? Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, Melissa, you want to give us feedback?
Diane just made me cry.
It's okay.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So that's feedback right there. If you get somebody to cry, that's really good. Okay, so.
Yeah, it's all very fitting. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's definitely relevant. Lots of teaching, lots of learning, creativity. Thank you, Marilyn. And interestingly, Desiree is one of my childhood friends' names. So that's fun. And yeah, I'm grateful. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you, Melissa. Okay. And okay, so let's see. Bonnie is the next person that's getting a card here. So we're all going to focus on Bonnie as we say, okay, this card. Ooh, this card. Okay, so this card is the comfort card, and it's Archangel Azrael. And I always think of these two archangels working together. Okay, so this one, the Archangel, if you notice the circle in here, it's like the blue circle, and it's like this splash of golden light in the middle of a blue circle. This is kind of Archangel Azrael. And we're going to, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be really focusing in on Archangel Azrael. And so she's holding, if you notice, she's holding a crown above her head. Okay. And that's a victory crown. And she is about ready to crown you. Okay. She's about ready to call you, victorious, and, your ability to see and work with the angels more completely is coming, because she's got that crown ready to put on your head, and that's going to help all of this angel guidance that wants to come through to you, come through to you.
Mm.
So this is just comfort in knowing that you are doing and exactly what you need to be, what you need to be doing. And so she's just wants you to feel the peace of that. So it's just like peace. And just kind of sending you that sense of peace. Okay, Marilyn, do you have a card for Bonnie?
I do, and I don't know Bonnie's story, so I don't quite know how to present this, because the one that comes up, Bonnie, is grief. And it says to understand that losing something or someone is an opportunity to appreciate.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That's a beautiful card, because Bonnie's about to teach a class with someone about sadness. And so that goes right in there. Beautiful. Anybody else have a card for Bonnie?
I do, Renee.
Okay.
Okay, these are obviously my Archangel Michael deck. And the first thing that he said to me was that Bonnie has a true treasure within her. There's just this blessing that she carries, and he wants her to realize that the gravity of it, the love of it, that basically that she can go far. She has this excellence about her. And then I read the card and it says, your inner guidance is real and very trustworthy. So blessings, blessings, blessings on that.
That was a beautiful, beautiful card for Bonnie. Thank you, Diane. Okay, feedback, more feedback, Bonnie. She already told us, yes. What else? What else do you want to tell us?
This is so encouraging and reassuring and loving. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so let's see. Where are we at? Okay, we gave 4 people messages. Okay, we gave messages to Diane, Melissa, Kimberly, Bonnie, Marilyn. You're going to give messages to Marilyn, and then we're going to give messages to Christina. So here we go. So we're focused on Marilyn. Victory.
Thank you.
This is Archangel Sandalphon. Okay. And Archangel Sandalphon is a very grounded, earth practical archangel. And it's like pulling the energy all the way from the earth, all the way up, and all the way into victorious. One thing we can do if we feel like somebody's trying to take away our power is to get big. One of the ways to get big is to put arms like this, or to sit like this, so that we are making ourselves look bigger. Cats do that. My cat will fluff up its tail if it thinks it's fighting with a fly and it wants to show that fly who's boss. It's fluff up its tail. And this is one way that we can do. It's like be in this victory. I kind of like the angel wings are kind of showing what our arms can do, to be in like the victory position, and to just know that we're standing in our own power just by taking a posture. We can remember that. And so there's also victories on other levels. And so it'd be interesting if it's what Marilyn has to tell us about recent victories. And does anybody else have a card for Marilyn? Bonnie, go for it.
The name of this card, or the angel, is Rosetta, and it looks like a child sleeping. The message is, you have a gift for working with young people, and your divine purpose involves helping, teaching, or parenting children.
Wow. Beautiful. Interesting. Okay, anybody else have a card for Marilyn?
Renee, I do.
Okay.
Okay, I picked up my Archangel, one of them, cards, And instantly it felt like a firework went off from this card, kind of like a 4th of July firework. And I was like, wow. And they said that her energy is divine, it's powerful, it's loving, it's strong. So continue with this. They basically said kapow energy, that to continue. Then I turned the card over and it says, shield yourself, care for yourself, have that wisdom to always be in protection of thyself.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Awesome. Okay, feedback.
Well, first of all, to Bonnie's, my big project has been, I run a 501c3 in Rosarito called Friends of Rosarito's Children.
Oh, my.
And it's been sort of on pause through pandemic. My partner, an artist, died of COVID, and what we're going to do next, I decided life is improv theater. I wasn't going to go look for anything. I'll just wait for it to come to me. Yes, and boy, it was coming yesterday. But part of this process is I don't feel good. My back hurts. I've got x-rays that I'm going to take to a doctor tomorrow. I mean, is it just arthritis or what? So I'm working on that. But the good part of that is it gave me an excuse not to do things I don't want to do. I had a real excuse to just sit tight until something happens. So thank you all.
Awesome. Awesome. Great. Thank you, Marilyn. Okay, and now we've got Christina. Okay.
Hi.
This is, oh my gosh. So she's got this.
Oh,
This is
wow.
indigo and crystal children. Okay. It's saying that you have a bond with sensitive children, you know, children that feel, you know, what other people are feeling, children that are empaths, children that just like are absorbing the energy around them, and you know, as a person that's sensitive and caring, you can help help teach children how to protect their energy, how to protect themselves. Like when they go out, it's like how to protect themselves from all of this, you know, more aggressive energy that's hard on a sensitive soul.
Okay.
And because it's hard to be, sometimes it's hard to be around crowds of like,
Yes,
you know, whatever.
it is. I can't do that.
If you understanding the ways and the techniques that you use to be able to protect your energy and, you know, hold on to your spirit, and being able to help and work with sensitive children that that also need to learn how to move about in the world, keeping intact their really sensitive.
Yes. Well, I didn't know how to do that for the longest time, but you've been teaching me those things, because I used to just go someplace and stay for 10 minutes and then I'm out of there. And now you've taught me how to protect myself. Yes. So that's good. My sister told me that she always thought that I was an indigo child. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what she always thought when I was growing up.
Okay. Well, then, you know, so yeah, who better to teach children that are special and sensitive and empathic than somebody that's been through. Yeah. It's hard. It's actually, you know, I'm not going to say one's easier than the other, but you know, you know, you can help people that are like you. And that's
okay. Thank you. I will.
Okay. Okay. So who else has a card for Christina? Okay, Marilyn, and then Bunny.
Okay.
Well, of the people on your call, Renee, Christine is the only one I know. So I turned over this card and I went, ha ha, Christine, because it's humor. It says to focus on the lighter side of life.
Okay. I do need to do that. Excuse me. I do need to do that for sure. Because I've been getting so heavy with all this stuff. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll co-sign that. Okay, Bonnie, you have a card for Christine.
The card, the angel's name is Opal.
Uh-huh.
The message is, your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yes, I have one son, but he's 50 something years old and I worry about him like he's 2, you know? So, okay, thank you. That was great. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Okay, good. So, any other feedback, Christina, before?
No, I gave it individually, so that's great.
Yeah, you did.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you guys did great. Everybody pat yourself on the back. This was
Renee.
Oh, I'm sorry, Diane.
Yeah, I had one little message for her with the card that I pulled.
Okay.
The first thing that came up was she has a song and dance within her. They said it's very tiny, but it's up to her to bring it forward, to nurture it, to grow it. They're showing me kind of like watering it like you do a plant, and to just bring this, what she has deep within her, up, 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 and out more.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Thank you, Diane. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you. I like that. Okay, you guys are really, really good. Getting good messages. It's amazing that the right cards seem to come through to the right people. Does everybody see how that happened? It's just the angels are helping us, you know, they can do it. They can do way more than we can, they can do way more than we're even asking for. But if we're asking, then we get ready to receive. And then we may get something that we're different than what we're expecting. So that's always fun too. Okay, so I'm going to share. We're over time, but we got to sing. Now, since Diane brought up singing, we've got to sing. We do have the new moon, as I mentioned, coming up tomorrow. And that's a time we've got the new moon in Cancer. What is being conceived is our soul question. We had the solstice. Our full moon is going to be in Capricorn, July 13th. Next, I pulled this card for Bonnie, Archangel Azrael, and we're working with this Archangel next week. And then the week after that, we're working with Archangel Zadkiel, which is this card right here that I pulled from Melissa. So we've got these two cards for these two archangels coming up in the next couple of weeks. I also, I offer a lot of intuitive readings and offerings, and most of you have taken my Archangel class, but if you know of somebody that wants to find out more about my Archangel class, I've got it on my website, and people can purchase the 5-week class. So it's right there on my website. So if you know of anybody, if you took it and you know somebody that you think would really like it, you can just send them to my website. And you guys all have a link to my website in the emails I send out. So we're gonna sing. And I'm going to, for people watching the replay that don't get my email, I'm gonna put my website in the show notes. So just hit see more and my link will be right there, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, so here we're gonna sing. We feel surrounded with each other. We are a circle of love. In this circle of love, in this circle of peace, in this circle of love, in this circle of peace, I feel our unity, love, sweet security. I feel our unity, love, sweet security. in this circle of love, in this circle of peace. Okay, thank you, everybody. Love you guys. Hope to see you all next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Renee. That was wonderful.
Thank you, Diane. How you doing, Kimberly?
Yeah, I thought I'd leave up there for a second. It felt like when I talked about getting prayers answered by God, it felt like I was getting a negative response from that. It's like, you don't believe in God anymore. It's only angels.
I think what happened for me is it's like I didn't want you to go into telling a private story on YouTube, which is like public and anybody can see it. And so I was trying to like warn you from going into a private story. So
Okay.
I didn't want you to give away details about your relationship with somebody that you named my sister. Anybody watching knows who your sister is, and they wouldn't want. So I didn't want you to say any more. Is what I was trying to protect you from.
All right. Well, thank you for that. Because I was kind of wondering about that, but yeah, that just makes sense.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe it also could have been. So I was trying to think. I was trying to understand when I get reactions like that, but maybe it was just because sometimes when I talk about stories, it gets too lengthy, and then that's into your time.
On this class, you do not want to give too much information. This is
because of the internet.
Worldwide on YouTube. Anybody that knows you knows who your sister is, and it just would be bad to say, I told a story of, today using somebody that I knew, but I didn't give details, and I didn't give reveal who they were, because there was a other person on this call that actually knows her, and there are people that watch the replay that know who I'm talking about, right? So I told the story, but I masked it so that it wasn't just like unburdening my emotional baggage on the middle of YouTube. I was like just telling enough of the basic overlying story that anybody could experience rather than getting in the messy details of what was emotionally going on.
Okay, well that makes sense. Now that you say that, I'm thinking, well, my sister does have a Facebook account, but she doesn't go on Facebook. It's just for her business. So she doesn't go in there for personal stuff.
Right. But you never know.
Yeah, no, you're right. You never do. But and I don't think any of my siblings would go on your site because they're all in Pennsylvania, they're all into other stuff. But still, I appreciate that. That's a good thing to know. But anyway, are you going to continue with the 12 o'clock Mondays, or are you going to go back to the 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock?
No, this is the time right now. It's 12 o'clock.
Okay, because if you stick with the 12 o'clock one, I can do it.
Okay.
Dean gets home at 2, so I always, and this is his weekend. Monday is his Friday. So that's why I kind of spend the rest of the time with him. But if that's the case, then I will see if I can get myself an angel deck. I'm sure I can get one on eBay or something that's gently used for a lot less.
Yeah, if you can get one that's not too expensive, then that would be good. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but that is kind of cool though. Lately, when I pray to God, it's like, because I didn't used to pray for God for myself. I always prayed for other people because I felt it was selfish to pray for myself. And then more recently, somebody says, no, you have to pray for yourself too. And when I do, it's like wonderfully, things are just magically working out really nicely. It's like, thank you.
Yes. You ask, and then the good things happen, and you say thank you, and then more things happen.
Yeah, because I'll have just a regular day, and then he'll make it like miraculous. It's like, wow, all right, I guess prayer does work.
Prayer does work, and a lot of people don't say God and they don't say prayer, but they do.
Yeah,
they have to go through elaborate lengths of saying, okay, my higher power and whatever name you use for divine source, and there's a whole whatever, but you can say.
We're not on the internet now, though, right?
Yeah.
Or are we?
Yeah.
We aren't on the internet now, or are we?
No, oh, shoot, we are.